Tikvah Beren Summer Fellowship combines studying the great text of the Jewish tradition, the Western tradition, the American tradition, the best of theory and hopefully the best of practice, and through that learn both the intellectual roots of our inheritance and a little bit more about how to advance that on the ground.
Tikvah gives you a lot of creative leeway in terms of the kinds of projects that you pick.
I worked with the Beckett Fund for Religious Liberty.
I did mine in Washington, D.C. with the Vandenberg Coalition.
I was working on this thing that Tikvah runs called the Millstone Scholars Program.
I had the pleasure of interning at National Review.
I've been working at the Wall Street Journal editorial page for 5 years now.
I helped develop some curricula and teach at the intersection of basically Athens and Jerusalem, Homer and the Hebrew Bible.
I'm currently a senior vice president at a bank here in New York.
Currently I work full-time in DC. I'm a research analyst at a think tank, the Foundation for Defense of Democracies, where I focus on the Middle East. My summer fellowship experience was the entrance into my career as it stands right now.
Without the recommendations and meetings that I had through Tikvah Connections, I literally would not have any of the last 3 steps of my career.
When I came to Tikvah, it was the first time where I was in an environment of Jews that were completely unashamed to be Jewish, completely unashamed to love Israel, while still learning about its intellectual and political history.
As a religious, observant Jewish person, there's kind of this gap between the text that we read in Judaic classes and what I was learning at University of Chicago. And Tikvah really provided that home and that space that made sense of those two worlds.
Not only is it a place of intellectual rigor, not only did I learn a great deal about Judaism, about the Jewish people, about Jewish culture, about Jewish history, but I also found an institution that makes no bones about its defense of the Jewish people and is unflinching in doing so.
It's precisely because people are coming together because of their shared love and admiration for ideas and fundamental principles and truths that the community that has emerged as a result is so strong.
All the Tikvah affiliated scholars and administrators and Tikvah students have been extraordinarily gracious. I think there's an overwhelming sense that we're all part of a movement.
You actually never graduate from Tikvah. There's always a way to connect and always a way to get involved, and I think that's what's so critical, that it's with you now throughout all the stages of your life.